What's up? What's up? What's up, Facebook fam? What's up? It is Tuesday, and you know what goes down here on Tuesday. White Chat with Gail goes down here on Tuesday. So do me a favor, do me a huge, huge favor. Make sure that you're hitting the share button, letting all my one sexy wives know that White Chat is going down. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you so much for hitting the share button. Again, thank you so much. I get excited about coming on here on Tuesdays. But again, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so I just want to give you guys some news. I'm back in my bed tonight because, I have been asked, it has been crazy. I have been asked, I don't know how many times, Gail, why aren't you in your bed anymore? What's going on? Whatever. And so, again, I am back in my bed because tonight I just wanted to be in my bed. And I guess my bed is famous all over the world because literally people are like, why haven't you been doing White Chat from your bed? I told you guys a story. I started White Chat because I was lonely in my basement trying to recover from my car accident injury, and that's how I started. I started because I couldn't get out of my bed. But again, tonight I'm back in my bed. So again, thank you guys so much for joining me. Hey, Deidre, how are you, love? And again, thank you so much for hitting the share button and letting all my one sexy wives know that White Chat is going down here. Um, a few things. I will be starting a wife masterclass, say wife masterclass on Thursday. And I need you guys to go to wifemasterclass.com and register, and make sure that you let all my one sexy wives know to register. Yes, it is a free class, but I want you to register for a few reasons because I'm going to be giving some giveaways away, and that's the only way I'm going to be able to do that for the people who register. You will also get my a free ebook that has to do with love on top. And so I'm excited. Minister Deidre is going to come and pour into you guys like never before. I have the amazing speech Thomas from Arrested Development. He is going to give us a male's perspective. So make sure that you're sending in all of your questions. They will be anonymous, but he will answer any questions from sex, romance, whatever your questions are. He will answer them. So please DM me or email me, however you want to do it. But make sure you give me your questions. And so again, thank you so much for joining me. So tonight, I wanted to actually do like a marriage checkup kind of thing because we should be doing this often, but most of the time we're so busy we don't do it. So I'm going to give you 5 questions you should ask your spouse tonight. Some of y'all might be like, I ain't even talking to my spouse, Gail. It's COVID and he's crazy or whatever. But again, whenever you find a time this week, say this week, I really want you to ask these questions because, statistics are saying that divorce rate is 42% now that COVID has happened. And I just want you guys to know that God is bigger, that He can fix your marriage. And I can't stress that enough because we are in perilous times. And if nothing else, He wants our family units to be strong. He wants our family units to be together. And this is the time really for us to stop looking at everything that's going on with our natural eyes and truly tap in with our spiritual eyes. And I can't stress that enough. So again, just make sure that you are asking these questions and just try to hang in there. And if you need help, there's a tons of help out there. I do this work every single day. And again, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Just thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for hitting the share button. Okay, and so let's get into these questions. The 5 questions you should ask your spouse tonight. The first question is, have I done anything to offend you in the last 2 months? Because let me just tell you the reason why you should ask that question. Because a lot of times men are not like women, right? Women, we will say what's on our mind. We will speak it. We don't care how it comes out. We don't really care when it comes out for the most part of the time, but we're going to get stuff off our chest, right? Men will let it fester. They will keep it inside. They will stop talking. They will pull away. And I always say this: men are like simmering pots and women are like explosive pots, right? So they simmer, we explode. They simmer, we explode. So that's the reason why I say ask the question: what have I done anything to offend you in the last 2 months? Because again, we just started the fourth quarter of this year, right? And we want to make sure that we go into 2021 like on point. And so I want you to really think about it and ask the question. And the other thing is be prepared for the answer. Be prepared for the answer. Okay? So, number 2, is there something that I used to do that I have stopped doing that you wish I would start doing again? Again, i.e., maybe you used to, run his bath water, before 5 o'clock, when he came home. And now that he's at home, you ain't ran nothing, right? Because you like he at home, he can run his own bath water. Whatever that looks like, ask the question. Because again, those little small things that you used to do that we really think did not matter because maybe they didn't give us any praise for it or whatever that is, could be something that is harboring and keeping you and your husband from connecting the way you used to connect. That bath might have been just a way for him to relax, open up, and be ready to do whatever needs to be done in the house or whatever, have a conversation with you. Whatever that was, ask the question: is there anything that I used to do that I have stopped doing that you would like me to start again? That's a very important question. And trust me, I thank you guys all for your comments. Just know that I will go back and I will answer everybody's comments, even if it's after this. If you have resources or questions, I always come back on here and I always answer your questions. So if you have questions or comments, make sure that you're putting them here and I will definitely answer them and I will definitely respond. Okay. Number 4, actually, number 3, do you feel that God is still the center of our marriage? Do you feel that God is still the center of our marriage? That is an important question because when we're in, hard times, right? And we let our flesh take over and his flesh take over. If God is not the center, it's easy for you to throw up your hands and say, I'm done with this. But a three-stranded cord is not easily broken. So if God is the center, he will always guide you back to his word, back to his covenant, right? I'm not saying being abused and being called out your name and being slapped upside your head. No, that's not the will of God for you. But when it comes to your emotions, and you making a lifelong decision to end a covenant, when God is the center, he will take you back to his words and he will tell you that I will fight your battles and he will give you what you need to handle that situation so you're not ready to throw in the towel. So it's very important for you to realize, is God still the center of our marriage or we have taken over and moved God to the side? Because that's easy to do, especially when you're going through it, especially when it's hard, and especially you got financial issues, especially all of these things can get in the way of the covenant. Number 4, what would you change about our sex life? This is huge. What would you change about our sex life? Because again, sometimes we think everything is going well. We think that, there's nothing to be changed, but it could become boring, right? And if your sex life is boring to you, 99% of the time it's boring to him as well. So ask the question. And I know some of these questions are hard because you might not just be feeling them. You might be in a space where you like, I'm just getting through, I'm just making it. But ask the hard questions, especially about your sex life. Because when your sex is non-existent unless there's a conversation, there's an illness or something else going on, you should be engaging, because that's the way God has created us to communicate. Besides verbally, He wants us to communicate physically with our spouses. And having sex shouldn't be a chore. It shouldn't be like, oh my God. It shouldn't be any of those things. It should be pleasurable to you. But again, you have to do the work outside of the bedroom in order for it to be pleasurable inside of the bedroom. That's the reason why I always say have conversations, ask these questions so you can ward off anything that you don't foresee coming. Because communication is the key to absolutely everything. And number 5, what do you need from me? What do you need from me as your spouse? And that's sometimes you're like, I done gave him everything that I can give him. But I'm just asking you to ask the question, what do you need from me as your spouse? And I asked Gail, I did my work before I came to you, because you guys know I don't operate like that. I do what I'm supposed. I test everything out on myself first, and in my marriage first, to make sure that I'm giving you guys information that is correct, that works, or whatever. And when I asked Gil, what do you need from me as your spouse? You know what he told me? He's like, I need for you not to be working so much. He's like, you work a whole lot. And I'm like, I'm working because this is what I love to do. And I want to see these people win. Gil, Gil and I know what it is to be in a raggedy, like uh, just horrendous marriage. And I want people to know that you can get past the hard stuff. Not perfect, but you can get past the hard stuff. And so he's like, I need for you to stop working so much. And I need for you to take care of yourself better. And what he means by that is that I told you guys I'm on this journey to rehab my own hip because I don't want to have another like a third surgery on my hip. But Sunday, even though it was my son's birthday and I pressed past the pain, by the time I got home, I literally was like curled up and could not move. And I ended up going to the doctor yesterday to get, some relief. I had to get a shot because literally the pain was that bad I couldn't control it. And I don't usually only try to control everything with either Motrin or Tylenol. I'm not into the narcotics or whatever. But I was just that bad. And he was just seeing me and I was still trying to work. And he's like, you need to take better care of yourself and you need to quit working so much. But anyway, that was what he needed. Like if I didn't ask that question, he could have started building up resentment towards me because I'm so focused on trying to help everybody else, right? Not that I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do as a wife and as a mother and that kind of thing, but he just seen me that I had to get a project finished yesterday and I was like, I'm going to do it. And he's like, you can't keep sitting here, you're hurting, right? And so at the end of the day, I took that and I have came up with a better game plan. My week is already formed, but next week I went and blocked off more time and all this different kind of things. But again, that was such a simple question, but it was an impactful question because again, it was bothering him, but he just never said it. You see what I'm saying? So again, my prayer and my hope is that you take these questions and I'll repeat them again, right? Have I done anything in the last 2 months to offend you? I'm not saying go back 12 months, just 2 months. Is there something that I used to do that I stopped doing that you would like me to do, continue, start doing again? Is God the center of our marriage? What would you like to change about our sex life? And what do you need from me as your spouse? Those are 5 simple questions that can literally ward off arguments, misunderstandings, all of those different things that we take for granted. And so my prayer is that you will implement these today. And again, I am going to go on here, put on my little handy dandy readers. Um, and again, I am so excited. Gail, I love your encouraging words every time I listen to you. Thank you so much, Rita. Thank you so much, Deidre, for tagging all of these people. Good evening, ma'am. Thank you for your advice given. It's a blessing. I'm a single man. You're awesome. May God continue to bless you. Thank you so much, The Chosen. And this is coming in from YouTube. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everybody, thank you guys so much for all your comments. Make sure, and I'm just asking you, make sure you register for Wife Masterclass. I put it in the chat. It's just wifemasterclass.com. It's starting on this Thursday. The theme is love on top. Again, I have 2 amazing teachers and speakers besides myself that is going to pour into you guys. I take this very serious because I want to see you guys win. They want to see you win. And again, I am so blessed to be able to come to you guys. Make sure that you're sending in your questions for speech. And speech is from Arrested Development, the 2-time Grammy Award winning group. So if you're not familiar with them, I don't know where you've been, but check them out. And again, I love you guys to pieces. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Make sure that you also, I'm trying to reach a goal on my YouTube channel. And I know you guys can help me do this, right? I want to reach 1,000 followers before Saturday. So can you guys go over to my YouTube channel? It's just Gail Crowder, and just click subscribe. Please help me reach my goal. Please, please, please. And to all my YouTube followers, I thank you guys so much for tuning in. And to all my Facebook people, y'all know I'm just giving you nothing but love. I love you guys to pieces. Have an amazing, amazing night. Send me your questions for speech.
We're bringing sexy back. We're bringing sexy back.
Let's get it started. Harder, won't you give it up? What you embody, we're gonna